Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the card of today for the 11th of July 2016. Right, okay, I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Sorry I didn't get a chance to get the weekend cards done, but Friday's was the last one. Right, today, two cards again, two have dropped out. Quite interesting, it's the start of the week, so like I say, they usually set their vibes for the week, don't they? The ones that we have out on Monday. So today I went to pull a card, another one came out. So we have the Eight of Swords and we have the Eight of Cups as well. So two eights. Now, eights within tarot, eight is within numerology. It's sort of stepping into your personal power. You know, that's sort of what comes in with eight as well, you know. I mean, if you turn the eight up on its side, it's sort of the infinity symbol as well, isn't it? You know, so eights are very important. I feel often they're important about putting boundaries up, about sort of empowerment as well. You know, yes, they will have a little bit of a challenge with them. But from the eight, we move to the nines, and the nines are where everything starts to get easier. We're a lot more sure of who we are and what we want by the time we get to the nines. So this is sort of, we're moving on. we're moving on, you know. I mean, like I say, we've got the fives, the six, the seven, the indecision, the choices, everything like that, feeling defiant. Now it's like, right, okay, this is action time, I think, with the eight. So I'm going to focus on the Eight of Swords first, because this was the one that first came out. So if we have a look at this card, okay, it's about feeling trapped. That is the first thing that comes in. Trapped, imprisoned, you know, and feeling stuck and that you can't move. You can't move because of restrictions rather than anything else. What I want to say with this card is I feel that the restrictions that you feel are stopping you from moving are false. They're not really there, you know. There may be external stuff going on, but there's nothing that you can't actually escape from here. If we have a look, the lady in the picture, the tower is behind her. So the devastation, the destruction, the whatever, it's gone. It's in the past. If that was her prison, she is now free. You know, if we have a look at the card, we can see her hair. Her hair is blowing in the wind. You know, there's a change in the wind. She can't see the wind, but she knows it's there, so she can feel it. So this is about feeling that it's time to go on. At the moment, she can't. The reason she can't feel this, the reason she can't see the way out, is because she's bound and she's blindfolded. Now, within normal tarot, usually the lady just has a blindfold on her eyes. If we have a look at this one, that blindfold is basically, it's going over her ears, over her eyes, and over her mouth and her nose as well. And then she has these binds around her body. So when I looked at this initially today, the thing that I got was all of her senses are completely immobile, really. She's not seeing, she's not hearing, she's not breathing, you know, she's not speaking, she's not tasting the freedom that is there, and because her hands are tied, she feels like she can't move forward, you know. So imagine if you took all of our senses away, and I feel often this happens when we are in a situation that has been going on for quite a while, we've been very stuck, and it's like we get used to it, so it's like we sort of accept it in a way, you know. Now, what I want to say with this is, if she stopped being so tense and she relaxed, these binds would fall away. She could then free her arms, and she could then, you know, sort of take this blindfold off her face. You know, have you ever been underwater, you know, and you get underwater for so long and you come back and you're like gasping for breath? You know, this is what I feel this person needs to do. But the breath is freely available to them as well. So it's like the fresh air, the freedom that you need is there. You're just, at the moment, you are in no position to take it because a little bit because I think you don't want to, you know, or because you feel powerless around this, you know. It's like things will never change. With this, we need to look at a different angle. We need to relax into it. We need to surrender. Once we relax, we become freer straight away, you know. This lady in here might not have been the person that actually put the blindfold on herself or tied her arms herself, but by allowing it to continue, she is just as guilty as the person who's done it. So all too often we can blame other people for our situations, but we have to take a little bit of responsibility for the part that we're playing in this as well, you know. And like I say, she is pretty much free. She just has to make that move and free herself, you know. It's like she's a prisoner. And what I want to say in this is, you know, sometimes, like I say, spirit work through me in quite a harsh way. But sometimes it's like playing the victim a little bit in this, you know, blaming external circumstances for you not actually moving forward. Now, you know, there is people who have moved forward from massive atrocities. You know, they've decided, this is where I'm going, I don't like where I am, and they have put all of their power and they have actually freed themselves, you know. What I want to say with this card is nobody's going to come along and rescue you. Sorry, you know, that isn't real life. It may happen in the Hollywood movies, but you know, this is real life. And the longer you stay there, the longer you will feel comfortable in your role of victim, or sort of, well, I can't move because X, Y, and Z, you know. Once she takes that blindfold off and once she gets this breath of fresh air, you know, she will feel so good. You know, we've all had things in our past which aren't pleasant and aren't pretty, but we can let them define us or we can let them destroy us. And I really feel within this, her freedom is what tastes sweet, and she will not feel this freedom until she decides to free herself as well, you know. So it's like I say, she is entrapped, but I think a lot of times this can be with your own thoughts around it rather than actual physical, somebody physically keeping you where you're meant to be. You know, this is, I really feel that this is a choice for you to stay where this is suffocating you, where you're bound, where you're tied, you know. It's the choice now. I think there's been a lot of crap. I think there's stuff where you could have walked away at one point, but you've chose to stay. And what I want to do with this is, like, it's not serving you very good. So this is your own doing. I think look at it from a different angle. When we see something from the same angle all of the time, it's then very hard to see it differently. So really take yourself back and look at the solutions rather than the problems here. Look at the get out rather than the restrictions. You know, I think that's what needs to do, and look at how good it will feel being away from this as well. So it's like, this is like, you know, they get elephants and they'll tie an elephant to a tree or whatever, and they do this for so many years, and then when they free the elephant still stays next to the tree because it really thinks, you know, it's mind conditioned to think that's as far as it can go. And I really feel that is coming in with this a bit, you know. So it's like, change your thoughts and choose freedom. That's what's came in there. So that card by itself would have been a bit of a telling off, you know, a bit of a ticking off there from the universe. But the fabulous thing is that this card comes afterwards. Now, right, okay, I've just been given, sorry, we're in the middle of July now. You know, July is so quick. I'm being given August for this. August, very, very important. Like I say, the 8th, they've pointed me out to the 8 again. So August, very, very important around what I'm talking about today. There could be a lead up to it from now, the next couple of weeks. So what I'm getting straight in with this card is, it's time. It's time now, you know. And this card is talking about a wake-up call. You know, it's like the mist is clear. The blindfold is off now. You know, you can see how things really, really are. And you have a clear picture of them. They might not be totally devastating. You know, they might, like I say, she's out of the prison, but, you know, she might as well still be in it, to be honest. So with this, this is a realization and sort of admitting to yourself that you are not happy. You might not be unhappy, but you are not 100% happy. You are not feeling joy, and you are not 100% fulfilled. You know, what I want you to look at is, this is not about other people. This is what is real for you. What do you want to make your reality, and what would bring you joy and bring you fulfillment as well? Because that is so important with this. This card often has, a lot of people don't like this card because they think it has a bit of a melancholy feel to it. It is bittersweet in some ways, but what this card is that something needs to be left behind, you know, and I feel this is your own life. This might be a person, it might be a situation or something, but like I say, it's time. It's time to let go now. And it's like your heart and your gut have been screaming at you for a long time to actually do this. And this is about, right, okay, I'm ready to listen. It's like, I really feel with this card as well, if we have a look, it's like he, you can't really tell. They're walking into the darkness. They're walking into the cliff. But it's like they have a staff there with them. They have the cloak on, you know, so they've got protection there. But it's like with this card, it's often not really sure on where you're going, you know, but knowing that you have to move. A lot of times when we're going through awakening and ascension and stuff like that, this is the feeling we got. It's like, I don't know. I ended up in Thailand one day, and I don't know why, because you know, it had never been a place I'd really wanted to go, but I got called, you go to Thailand, and I did, and it was a huge learning curve. So like I say, this is about, once her senses come back and once her senses are alert, this is when she can then listen to where she's being guided and actually take that move. You know, what if she stays where she is? It is destroying her soul in some way. You know, it's not building it. It's like it's changing who she is as well. You know, and this is like, you know, you can't lose your being. You know, that is the essence of you. That is unique to you. No other person in this world has what you have, you know, and this should be celebrated, and you should be free to be you as well. So I really feel like when we're looking at this card, it's like not being able to be yourself, and this is giving you the chance where you're saying, you know what, I'm choosing me. That's who I'm choosing. I'm choosing me, and I'm going forward. I don't know where, but this is it. You know, I'm on my journey. There's often a lot of fear around this. I mean, we've got the moon there, which is always sort of fears, unknowns as well. And it's often scary, you know, to walk away, and sometimes painful as well, and leaving something behind. But it's like with this, you know, you owe it to yourself to do it. You know, you might have had fulfillment in the past, but for a while, I really don't feel it's there. And this card is saying that this is what you deserve. You know, it's like your dream is calling you in some way. And now you've got to answer, you know you have, because if you don't, you know that you're going to stick in the stuckness, and that, you know, it's not cool. You don't like it there, you know. So with this, it's like really trust in yourself here, trust in the universe, trust in where you're being guided. Know that you have the strength to get through this, because that cloak is red. This is all about being secure. You will be secure when you make this move, you know. And once you actually get into this darkness and out of the other side, I really feel I just want to take a big, deep breath of, like, I've done it, you know. There's a overwhelming sense of peace coming as well. Peace of mind, you know, and peace of heart, they're saying there as well. So peace of mind and peace of heart. So it's like no more restrictions around you, you know. You are free to be whoever you are, you know. There's a quote about a free soul, and it's like, you know, a free soul when you see one or when you're around one, because you instantly feel good around them, you know. And this is what happens when you start living authentically, when you break the restrictions, when you break down the boundaries that society and other people, friends, family, whatever, have put in front of you. Once you break through them, you will come into your own, and this is when you're attracting people of the same, and this is when the magic happens, you know. This is a card about finding yourself, going on that search for who you truly are. You have a bit of an idea, but there's, you know, there's so much more that you're going to find out about yourself, you know. And I really feel this is a huge empowerment. You are actually going to find out how powerful you really are. But it's when we let go of these restrictions, break free from the chains, and decide to go on the quest to find yourself. And like I say, and to choose you. You are what's important, and you are what matters. So, like I say, quite nice cards for the start of the week. A bit intense, a lot going on, you know, but the energies at the moment are crazy. They really, really are. But it's all working towards something. And like I say, these are just little things that are going to get us there quicker, you know. So really, please try and get out of this prison. Like, sort of, the sooner you do it, the better, you know. Make a start, do it today. So I hope you like those cards. If anybody would like a reading with me, I do have availability until Wednesday. I'm going down to Devon. I'm really, really excited. I'll speak more about that. But yeah, I'm going down to Devon again on Wednesday. So I have availability Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday daytime. So if anybody wants a reading, I can get the readings done then. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, then please subscribe. On my Facebook page, Love Buddha Tarot Readings, please, if you haven't already liked it, if you like it, I often do live video free readings. So, you know, then you get a chance of actually getting me to pull a card for you personally as well. So, like I say, go click over there and give that a like. And, you know, all the details are underneath. If you want to book a reading with me, my website, my Facebook. And thank you. I really... There's been a shift. I know myself. I don't know if any of you have felt it. If any of you have felt it, please let me know in the comments. Like I say, I really like hearing from you all, you know, and I do try and answer everybody back as well. But I'm feeling a shift. A shift. There's a change in the air, you know. There is. There's, I don't know. They're talking about wind here. Change of the wind. Something on the wind. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see what the rest of the week has in store. But I'll be back tomorrow with the card of today. Sat Nam.